Home-based violence. Today I'm going to talk about violence in women. It's a very devastating story, and it is a very devastating topic to talk about. And it has been talked about by very many fraternities, very many institutions, government, and even NGOs. And I'm going to talk about it because I've been given this challenge. Gender-based violence or women violence, or what I can say violence in women, it has been there. It is there even up to now. And I may be sure, or I'm sure, most of the divorced women or divorcee or whatever, most of these people, one of the reasons or major of the reasons that have made them get out of their marriages, it is violence. So much mistreatment from their husbands. I want to challenge most of people who are single mothers and separated and divorcees to say no or to contradict me on this factor. Let me say what is gender-based violence or violence in women. Most of the time we will say it is someone, especially family, husbands, boyfriend, uncles or relatives doing something to a woman or a girl child that is against their wish. This may be rape, forced sex, okay, emotional torture, financial torture, assaults, physical fights, and other kind of harassment. For you to understand very well what I'm talking about, gender-based violence or violence in women, let me give you a very short story. 1 minute story. I used to live in a place called Eastlands in Kenya. And where I used to live, it was a single room. It was back in 2017. On my neighbor, there was a man who had a wife, and this wife had 2 kids, a boy and a child. The boy was around 1 year, and the girl was around 3 years. But one thing I realized is that this man was a narcissist. This man was a drug addict. This man was an alcohol abuser, and also used to take all manner of... This man was a womanizer. This man would beat his wife very bad. Sometimes I could meet the wife in the morning, maybe talk to me, and she would have reddish all over, bruises, being beaten up. Sometimes you would see this woman cry. Sometimes she would come and talk to me and tell me, my dear doctor, I have a problem. My husband came yesterday, drunkard, peed on her pants, and he beating me, and the food that we were cooking, he just kicked off the food and poured the food on the ground. Sometimes start making too much noise. Later on, the following day, she comes and tells me about how the husband came home with another woman. This woman, he chased the wife out of the bed and slept with another woman on their matrimonial bed. Sometimes this woman would come crying to me that they never ate, the husband did not provide. Just the reason behind this is because this woman, the 2 kids, were not his. The woman was married, divorced somewhere else. Then she was unfortunate enough to come into this man's life. And because this man is providing for this woman, he could even infect this woman with UTIs, STIs, but don't provide money for this woman for treatment. Sometimes I would give this woman drugs for free. It went on and on and on until this woman became so malnutrized, became so stressed, almost to depression. But God is good, she spoke out. So what I want to say is that is gender-based violence. Physical harassment, emotional, financial, all that. So I would urge someone who is passing through this to come out, speak it out, report to the relevant authority, or look for someone who can help her out with advices and help her get out of this toxic relationship or toxic family or this toxic marriage. I will talk this rest for now. We will continue with this topic in the coming video. Thank you.